Alright guys, so it is finally here. We have a brand new trailer for the Bumblebee movie. Actually, we do not have a new trailer. We have two new trailers for the Bumblebee movie. So here is the first one, and we open up on a shot of the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. And I'm sorry, but whenever I see this bridge, all I can think of is the Full House theme song. And then we're introduced to Charlie, who wants to buy the beetle, which we know is Bumblebee, from this old man who just gives it to her. And I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. I kind of wish that they got Dan Gilvezan to play this old man. I know Dan Gilvezan's not this old, but he could have played this role. It would have been a nice nod for the fans. It probably would have been just a cameo kind of thing. But anyways, moving on, we get the usual of Charlie taking Bumblebee home, and then Bumblebee transforms. We get a better look at Charlie's friend. There's also this beach scene, which we will see more of in the next trailer. But here, Bumblebee is just kind of cleaning the dust off Charlie. Kind of looks like he's petting her. We then see our two, or at least two of the main Decepticons, Dropkick and Shatter, meeting with the Sector 7 and John Cena. Funny how Shatter says that Bumblebee is a criminal, and they kind of present themselves like they're the good guys, although we know that they're Decepticons. So I'm wondering if this is where they're going to get the name from, that they deceived the Sector 7, and they're going to somehow play that into naming them or calling them Decepticons, and that's going to be their explanation as why they're called that. We get another shot of Charlie and Bumblebee looking at the Golden Gate Bridge. Bumblebee points to Charlie, saying that she's his family. We also get this action scene where Bumblebee is in this kind of halfway robot, halfway car mode, where he still has Charlie and her friend inside him. It kind of reminds me of like a Gerwalk mode or something from Macross. You get a scene here where Bumblebee hates trees, and then we get to the really cool part here where we see Shockwave and a bunch of other Decepticons. I want to say Starscream, Thundercracker, and two other ones that I'm not sure who they are, but they're very G1 in design. A lot of fans have been asking for this. We even see them turn into some Tetrajets. Another shot of John Cena. We also see a message from Optimus Prime, very, very Princess Leia-like. Help me, Bumblebee, you're my only hope. And then we get a cool shot of Optimus Prime on Cybertron, looking very G1 as well as Soundwave, who ejects Ravage, all very G1 looking, which is awesome. And then of course we get some shots from what I assume is going to be the climax of the movie, Sector 7 capturing Bumblebee with those harpoon guns and stuff that we've seen in the first movie, as well as Blitzwing, not Starscream, threatening Charlie. And then just action scene, and then a scene of Charlie running away as Bumblebee and Dropkick fight each other. And then we finish off with a hilarious scene of Bumblebee trying to go through the doggy door and come inside the house. So that is the first trailer. It's a pretty awesome trailer, but we have a second one. In this one we see a little bit more of what's going on in some of the scenes in the previous trailer. One interesting thing that we see is Bumblebee looks like he's in his World War II Jeep mode, scanning his Volkswagen Beetle alt mode, and we see across his HUD, it displays memory core critical failure, which I'm guessing explains why Cyberverse is the way it is. So I'm guessing that Bumblebee is probably going to lose his memory in this movie, just like how he did in Cyberverse. So there's obviously Hasbro trying to mirror their cartoon and movie franchises. So Bumblebee has memory loss and no voice in the cartoon, and memory loss and no voice in the movies. Then we see the same thing, Charlie getting Bumblebee, some of the same stuff from the previous trailers. And here we get this weird bit where Charlie says that Bumblebee sounds like a bumblebee. So that's where he gets his name from, apparently. I guess his buzzing sounds like a bee. Okay. And then we get more of Charlie and Bumblebee at the beach, and Bumblebee does his best impression of a rock lord, And here we have more of that scene where Bumblebee got the Princess Leia-style message from Optimus Prime. But what's interesting here is that the voice is not Peter Cullen, it's John Bailey, aka John 3.0, aka that movie trailer guy.
I pray this message finds you. Our war rages on.
And of course, he officially played Optimus Prime in the Combiner Wars cartoon. So I'm a little confused if Peter Cullen is going to be back playing Optimus Prime, or if they've gotten John Bailey now, because it was Peter Cullen in the previous clip. I mean, it would be awesome to have, a fan like John Bailey get to play Optimus Prime in the movie. But anyways, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And we get a bit more of the war on Cybertron. Looks like Optimus slamming Starscream in the ground. And we also have Shatter and Dropkick again talking to Sector 7, saying that they'll burn the planet to cinders if they don't find Bumblebee. And once again, we have some of the same shots from the previous trailer. We also have John Bailey once again talking to Bumblebee. Apparently Bumblebee's original designation was B-127, which is apparently his name or the character that looks like Bumblebee's name in the Hearts of Steel books. I guess we'll have to read that once we get to that in Transformers Book Club. But anyways, we have John Bailey again telling Bumblebee to protect Earth. We have extended footage of Soundwave ejecting Ravage, who then attacks Optimus Prime. And now I understand why we have Siege, is because Siege can basically act as the Cybertronian line for this movie. If we don't get movie line toys of these very G1 style Cybertronian designs, I would bet that Siege would be able to fill that gap for you. Seems to be part of Hasbro's greater strategy. Then we have Bumblebee and Charlie running away from Sector 7, and Bumblebee taking out a helicopter that looks very much like Dropkick, although I believe Dropkick is supposed to be blue, and this one is just more of like a army green. So it may or may not be Dropkick, although it does seem to try to transform, so who knows. And then we end on a little bit more extended scene of Bumblebee trying to get in the house, and he looks like he wrecks the place. And then Charlie scolds him, and he transforms into vehicle mode, kind of like a puppy dog putting his tail between his legs. So I'm wondering, who is the pet here? Is Charlie Bumblebee's pet, or is Bumblebee Charlie's pet? It's not all that clear. But yes, I am loving these trailers. I didn't know I could be even more excited than I was after the first trailer, but just all this G1 designs in the movie, it looked corny, but I love it. I am so hyped for this movie. I am unbelievably hyped. I wish I could go see it right now. From what I've seen online, from non-fans, just casual moviegoers, people are getting excited. They're getting interested in a Transformer movie again. Like they're mentioning how it seems like there's an actual story this time. You can actually tell the robots apart. I'm hoping this does really well. Like really, really well. And we get more movies like this, because this would be awesome. But anyways, I don't know what else to say. If you want more Transformers content, check out my review coming this Friday of Cyberverse Episode 4, The Journey. But until then, I will see you guys next time.
I've seen firsthand, these things really are.
And his name is
Bumblebee.